I'm seeing that your self-trust was stolen from you at a very young age by people who had a lot to hide, by people who didn't have good intentions for you, by people who wanted you to trust them before you trusted yourself. This way they could control you, okay? And I'm seeing that there was like a period of time where you did trust these people. Maybe it was part of your survival, but you did reach a point where you were able to break away and see things for how they really are. And now I'm seeing that God is putting you through a process where you could really, really develop a deeper sense of self-trust. Because you are so highly intuitive. You have these huge intuitive gifts where you just know things. Like you receive things from people. You know things without them telling you. You can read people well. You know what they're going to say. You know how things are going to work out. You know when they're lying or being dishonest. You know when something's off. You're just really good at reading. Like your intuitive gifts are so on point. But I do say that they were affected because of this level of self-trust that was like tampered with, like that people were purposely sabotaging. And the more you deepen this self-trust, the more you learn to trust yourself and realize that everything that you're receiving is actually on point, your intuition grows even more. Your gifts expand more. They get more powerful. And it's like God is putting you, because I do see that you do trust, you do have a gut that you do trust. Like there are things that you do trust, but there are sometimes maybe you second guess yourself. Like maybe you receive something and then you try to express it or talk about it in some way, and then the people around you, they don't validate it. They deny it. And then maybe it has you second guessing yourself until the situation plays out and you realize you were right the whole time. But it's like the people around, people don't like that you have these intuitive gifts. People don't like that you know things about them that they don't want you to know. People don't like that you know when they're lying or when they're hiding something. They want to keep that stuff hidden, okay? And then here you come along like like able to just easily see through the masks, and they don't like it. They deny it. They don't give you the satisfaction of being right. They don't confirm what you're saying. Maybe they do it intentionally because they want to protect their own reputation, or maybe they're doing it unintentionally or unconsciously because they don't know themselves. And you can see them better than they can see themselves. It could be either of those situations. It could probably be other things as well. But they don't like that you know things about them that they're not telling you, because it makes them feel like they're not in control. And they need that control because, they got the mask on. They want to control the narrative. They want to control the way people see them. Or maybe they have shame or guilt about something they did and they don't want people to know that. But you know that stuff. And the more you trust yourself without needing that validation from them, the stronger your intuition grows, the stronger your gifts grow and expand into other things, other gifts, other ways of knowing and receiving. So God is putting you through that period, this period where you're developing, where your inner connection is getting stronger, that voice with God, the voice with your higher self, the voice with just who you truly are. Because there's been a lot of healing you've had to go through. There's been a lot of messed up situations. A lot of people did you dirty. A lot of things done in the dark to you that people don't want exposed. And like you had to heal on your own from all this stuff because these people just refuse to acknowledge it, refuse to take accountability for it. They're like enablers, They're like the type of people that enable bad behavior so that they can continue their own bad behavior or their own lies or their own manipulation. But that's not who you are. I see you're a very honest person. I see you don't tolerate people's bad behavior. Maybe you did at one point because it was like a survival. Like I said, like maybe it was survival. That's how you had to thrive in those situations. You didn't have a choice. But then you reached a point where you broke free from it. You don't tolerate that stuff. You hold people accountable. You're not just like, well, that's the way they are. It's easier to just let them be that way than to call them out on it. No, that's an enabler. Those are people who continue dysfunctional cycles, and that's not you. I mean, you're here to bring balance to those cycles, so obviously you're not going to be doing things that continue those cycles, those dysfunctional ways. So you do have to stand on your own in a sense, and you do really have to learn how to trust yourself and trust that what you're receiving is the real deal. It's not in your imagination. You don't have to second guess yourself, like it's on point. And sometimes that's heartbreaking because you will receive things about people that you like that are not things that you would tolerate. And I mean, you're a highly understanding person, so it's not like you're good or you're bad, or it's like you're understanding, so you understand why people do the things they do, but you also expect them to take accountability for themselves. You also expect them to apologize when they're wrong, to change bad behavior or hurtful behavior. That's a better word than bad, but to change the hurtful, to stop doing things that hurt people. Like that's not too much to ask. And so I think people make you feel bad about, I just saw 707 on the timer. So that's great confirmation. That's a highly spiritual number, a number of truth, a number of high consciousness. But like people make you feel like you're wrong for expecting them to do the right thing, or expecting them to stop being an a-hole, or expecting them to say sorry when they're wrong. People make you feel like you're wrong because you just won't go with the flow. People make you feel like you're the problem because you won't enable toxic situations. You're not the problem. I've said it before, you're the solution, okay? And too bad if they don't like it. You standing in truth, holding people accountable, which is never fun. You doing that is not a punishment for them. You having to remove yourself because people are treating you badly, it's not a selfish act. You're not punishing somebody by removing yourself because they're treating you badly. Like just hearing it being said out loud just sounds so weird, right? Like how could somebody ever expect you to tolerate being treated badly? So you protecting your peace, you protecting yourself, you removing yourself from situations to protect yourself, it was the best, most loving thing you can do for yourself and them. They're not going to like it. They're going to call you selfish. They're going to call you whatever, every name in the book, that you're going to try to smear your name because you're not allowing them. You're not enabling them. Okay? That's a hard job to do, but you're doing it. You're so strong and powerful. We need you in this world. We need balance in this world, and that's just what you do. And it can be very lonely and, from time to time, and can make you, really have to develop that inner world, that inner love, that inner truth. But there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? I love you so much. You are amazing. You are so powerful. You are such a gift to this world. And it doesn't matter what dysfunctional people have to say about it. What matters is that you're doing what you're meant to do. And you're making a difference. Even if it feels small, you're still doing it. And I love you so much. I thank you. God loves you. God adores you. Your spirit team loves you. And we're so proud of you. okay? Have a beautiful day.